It is so hot. Yeah, and there's free snacks too. Like
I love free snacks.
Hello, Professor Zelda.
Oh, just Zelda is fine. Hi, Ash. Hi, Lily. So nice to see you both.
Always a pleasure, Zelda.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, careful.
I know. I'm so clumsy.
Wait,
Yeah.
Lily, isn't today a significant day for you?
Yeah. My mother passed back in 2044, but life moves forward.
Every passing brings reflections.
I'm gonna get you a drink.
Water?
Yes, it's so hot today. Thank
hot.
you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Give me water anyway.
Okay, great.
Huh? Hot enough to wilt a lily?
What is
Yeah. I think it's like 103 today, right?
That's about right. Not quite 40 Celsius.
At least it's not 110.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple years since we hit 110.
They say temperatures are dropping again.
You know, with Fahrenheit, my grandma told me that 0 was made to be like the coldest time of the year and 100 to be the hottest time of the year.
I wish.
But I wonder, like, why are temperatures going back down?
The response to climate change was way too late, and we'll never get back to how things were in the old days. It took us too long to stop burning dinosaur juice, but getting off the stuff is having an effect.
Some of the worst fossil fuel users were in transportation.
Yeah, like getting to electric vehicles has definitely helped.
It's more than that. The first electric vehicles were dinosaurs.
Massive 1,800 kilopods for one person? Baffling.
When the pod weighs 20 times as much as the rider, you waste all the energy on moving the vehicle.
Oh, right. But it's surprising how long it took them to figure that out.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it seems like keeping the vehicle way less than the riders is like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
and the idea of manually directing those pods, so much has changed.
People can be so tense.
Now it's just, you know, you call a pod and you go. Like, when I think about the past, it feels very inconvenient.
The old pods didn't cooperate with each other. They didn't even talk to each other.
Duh, like, you mean they didn't even text each other?
Right. It took a while to develop the technology.
Actually, the issue was more about deploying the technology.
Oh, right. It took way too long to get everything in place. People were just building vehicles. They hadn't appreciated the need for systems design.
Yeah, systems are the key. There were all these loose pods running around. If one of them had to stop, everyone else had to stop too.
What? Everyone had to stop? That's weird.
An efficient vehicle doesn't do any good if it's stuck in traffic.
It gets worse. They couldn't all start at the same time. The first one starts, then the second, then the third.
Oh, what a mess.
Uncoordinated pods produced shock waves. It wasn't like today when all the pods move in one coordinated platoon. If one pod slowed down, you would get this effect where it would disrupt everything and you just get the whole system breaking down and just moving at a crawl.
Right. In the old days, people not only wasted time piloting pods, but they spent a lot of time just sitting still when the system broke down.
See, that's like one part of the old days that I don't miss.
Not only that, but the pods didn't even couple to each other. They were just all driving with big gaps between them.
You mean like the gaps between the different platoons?
Yeah, and people would buy bigger pods because they needed they would buy bigger pods than they needed because they wanted a single pod to be able to haul the maximum people and gear load.
People used to spend a big chunk of their incomes on transportation. Those old electric clunkers wasted a lot of resources.
No wonder they used to weigh so much.
Yes.
Even though a pod just carries 2 people, several can be combined to carry the whole family and all your stuff.
The old pods killed a lot of people because they were so badly managed. The pods had to armor themselves so that people could just survive. when they crashed into each other.
Thank God that doesn't happen anymore. I mean, I saw an old hollow the other day where they had these huge things that carried like lots of people.
They called the big vehicle an omnibus. One could haul 40 to 60 people. Oh.
They shortened that term to bus. The idea was that they would serve the most crowded routes. They worked in some places at some times, but no one really liked them. They only covered part of the trip, so you had to supplement the trip, and they only ran at certain times, so people would have to wait around until one came. That meant that going by bus took about twice as long as using your own pod.
Oh my God. Putting everyone on a big vehicle makes sense in theory.
That's just the theory. People didn't like being crammed together. Some of them even had to stand for the whole trip. Most of the time, the buses were just carrying 10 people or so. The vehicle to rider weight ratio wasn't any better than the private pods. People who could afford their own pods certainly didn't bother with the bus.
And I heard that some cities still run trains underground.
Most of them have been replaced by modern two-person pods. The trains cost more, are slower, noisier, and bigger energy guzzlers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the high-speed trains. The ones doing 200 to 400 clicks, those are the best way to get between cities, but when it comes to traveling within a city, they're just not that good.
It's a bit of a paradox. The trains could hit speeds of 100 clicks, and the pods only do 50, but the elevated pods never stop, so their average speed is 50 clicks. The whole train had to make frequent stops, so the trains only averaged 20 to 40, and that doesn't count the time you needed to wait for a train.
God, I have better things to do than wait for my ride.
All that stop and go energy, all that stop and go just wastes energy. Even the personal pods used to be twice as wide and twice as long as today's. Since they didn't couple, they took up lots more room on the roads.
Using the oversized vehicles resulted in lots of pavement where there should have been trees. All that pavement contributed to the city getting hotter and hotter.
In the old days, the capacity of a freeway lane was about 2,300 vehicles per hour. Today's elevated arterial lane has a capacity of 12,500 vehicles per hour. On the expressways, one 100-click lane handles 25,000. The lanes are only half as wide as they used to be. That's why we need less pavement. The old pavement has been replaced by green space, which helps keep the city cooler.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like I don't know how I could tolerate this heat without the trees to shade us.
It will take another 100 years for the trees to get to their proper size, but we're on the right path.
Yes, it's all about evolution. We learn, adapt, and improve. Here's to a brighter, cooler future.
Drink to that.
Cheers.